Hello, friends. Tiffany Carroll here. I want to be with you for a few minutes and talk about success. Success. So much can come up around that word. And so right now, when I just said that, what was your response when I said success? Do you feel distant from it, connected to it? It's something you want, you don't want, you feel like it's unavailable to you? What's the backstory? What all of a sudden fled into your mind as you heard that? Some people have it easier than others. They can do it and I can't do it. I can only go so far, not further than that. First of all, we could take a whole video just redefining what success really means, but I think that's going to come through from what I want to share with you now about success, because I want to share a little bit of myself with you in regards to this. And this is such a huge awareness to have, that our desires, whatever they are, even if they seem silly to you or you think they seem silly to someone else, it could be a desire. It could be a desire for everything from a certain kind of car that you want to somewhere where you want to travel, or mine was that I had this desire that I wanted to make cooking videos. This is years and years ago. I had no idea where this desire came from to make cooking videos. I was terrified to speak in front of people. We're talking, I'm 47 at the time of this recording. It was about, I don't even know, 15, 16 years ago. Terrified. I was absolutely certain that if I had to speak in front of people, that I, more than one or two, that I would freeze. Like if I had to be up on a stage or something like that, I would freeze. I would look like a complete idiot. Then everybody would know I was an idiot. I would be, the dumb blonde for life kind of thing. I was working with a business coach at that time. And it was in my first year of having my own private holistic medical practice. I couldn't afford to have a business coach, but I knew I couldn't afford not to. That was what I knew. I could not afford not to have a business coach. And so I took a leap, put it on a credit. She was in LA. I was at that time I was in Washington. And we had our certain meetings together each month. And there was always a line at the bottom of the form that I would fill out each session that said, what do you want to be working on next? And one time because I had this desire and I hadn't told anybody about it. No one knew. I never said it. I didn't want to say it out loud to anyone, because then God forbid if I was like to be held accountable to it. Something came through me and I decided to write on the form, I want to make cooking videos. Back in the days when we used to have videos, I want to make cooking videos, DVDs. And then I just sent it off before I could erase it. I sent it off to her, and next session, she's like, okay, what are you doing to work on this? I ignored it. I didn't do anything. Loop back around. What are you doing? Let's move forward with this. Nothing. I think it happened 3 times. Finally, she's like, what is the deal? You put this down as your desire and you're doing nothing to back it up. What's the deal? And the truth is, I was so fundamentally terrified about the whole thing that when I thought about it, all I could do was shut down, instant overwhelm. I can't even answer the question. She was pretty skillful at helping me break it down. Like, okay, let's break it down. What are the fears? List the fears. Then we got to this, what was kind of right at the core of what I was aware of fear. And it was being terrified of speaking in front of people and all the things that could go with it, rejection, etc. So she's like, what's an actionable item you can do around that? She actually helped me come up with it. I can go to Toastmasters, the public speaking club. I did Toastmasters for a year, and that's what helped me to get over my big fear of being in front of people, and that I could actually be in front of people and make sense and articulate myself. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the trajectory that has me here right now with you doing this. Had I never acknowledged that desire to someone, had I not had someone hold me accountable to that desire, I don't know who I would have become. And it's not that it would have been anything bad necessarily. It's just, I'm certain that my life would not have been as rich and colorful and as risky I live an adventurous life. I take a lot of risks in how I live and how I travel. By that, I just mean that I live in various parts of the world, my husband and I, and we do things. I do things very colorfully, going out of my comfort zone. Doing that back then set the precedent. And there was something that anchored into me where I came to know that the greater the risk with myself, the greater the reward. Those things that scare the most, or that you have so much Insta story that comes up that just slams it down every time it comes up. That's the golden egg. That's the secret to success, is taking that on, meeting those desires with actionable steps, just 1 foot at a time, just 1 step at a time. All I knew was I was going to do Toastmasters. I didn't know anything beyond that. After I did that, I could take the next step, and the next step revealed. And by the way, I did make a bunch of cooking videos and then write out DVDs. And then right after I made all my cooking DVDs, that was when everything went to clips on the internet. So it wasn't a successful business venture financially, but boy, was it epically successful for me in terms of the bigger scope of my professional life. And that's actually, that right there is example of the true definition of success. When we're zoomed in on a momentary failure, a small failure, good Lord, don't stay there too long, because it doesn't really matter. And in fact, the only thing that really matters about that failure is that failure is actually setting you up for greater success. Period. Amen. Don't let it be any other way, because it's not anything else. Yes, grieve, go through your emotions, but get over it and keep going. Keep going. It's here to serve you. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'd love to know what you think, what you feel. Also, I want you to know that this piece that I wove in at the beginning about having a coach from the very beginning, and I've had many coaches and mentors now over the years, and that's, I just realized at one point, like, if I want to be the best I can be at something, why would I not work with the best people to help me along the way, to show me what they've done, to help me overcome obstacles? Had I not had the incredible beings in my life that I have, I'm certain that I would have spent a lot more time down in the trenches trying to crawl myself out. Not that I haven't spent plenty of time in the trenches. I have. Gutters is probably a better word. So I work with people. I work with world changers, innovators, culture creators, artists, entrepreneurs that are really here to continue to bring it at their next level, at their next level, at their next level. If this speaks to you, reach out to me directly. My email is there in the description, and let's talk. All right, here's to your success. You're bright, brilliant, gorgeous, stunning, and very much needed success. And until next time.